So I'm with the Kelly Hoppen, who needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. You've designed multiple hotels, yachts around the world. You've written 13 books. I think that's only 1% of her accomplishments. But I have a bunch of questions to ask you. You have traveled all around the world and you work on a diverse range of projects around. How do you manage, taking up projects around the world and taking that approach?
So for me, design is about design. It's about challenges. It's about being in different cultures, being diverse. So for me, if you don't work around the world, you're too insular. So, like coming to Dubai now, I'm buzzing. I've got loads of energy because you're in a new country. And I think it's really important, whichever country you work in, you're learning about a culture. But design is so international now. It's, with the way that we live today, you can take pockets of different design and elements. And so when we go and work in Mumbai, or we work in New York, or we work in Paris, whatever your client wants, you take that into consideration when it's a private home. When you're doing something that's more commercial, you have to think of the whole world being in that one bedroom in a hotel. And that's what I love, is the kind of challenges and the diversity of what we do and what I've done for 47 years.
And does design come to you intuitively, or are you studying design in a certain way?
I started my business at 16 and a half.
Right.
So it's intuitive. Everything that I do is based on music. It's based on sound, smell, countries, people. Just by being here today with people coming up and talking to me, it's like someone's injected me with energy. So you get your inspiration from everything around you. And I think people need to come off this and be in the world and connect with people.
Well, don't come off Instagram too much.
No, I won't.
Keep following on Instagram. But so you're like a sponge and you're just observing. So do you think getting a degree in interior design or architecture is important?
I think in architecture, yes. 100%.
Yeah.
With design, I didn't. I was self-taught. And I very much mentor people into, if you can get into the industry and learn that way, go for it. If you want to start your own business, go for it. You have all the platforms now. Some people love to go and learn. I didn't. I wanted to go straight into it. It's a very individual thing, and it depends on the person.
So when you're hiring, are you looking at where they graduated from or what their work experience is?
Lucy will look at every single thing on a CV. Okay. I'm about talking to someone and feeling that energy. And we employ people in UK studio, and it's a family, and people have to fit in, and it has to work. But obviously, my team look at everything, and you look depending on who you're employing for whatever reason.
So it's based on.
For me, it's intuition.
I think you work purely on intuition. That's your number one get-go.
Yeah.
So now that you've entered the Indian market, and I know you've designed villas in Pune, what are some of the similarities and differences you've seen in design for India and comparing it to the rest of the world?
When you're working in India, you have to take on the consideration that you're in India, and there are lots. It's the same when we work in China, for example. What I love are the people of India. There is such a warmth. Everyone that we've worked with, there's, when you design someone's home, it's a very individual thing. Even if it's a commercial project, you're involved in that family business.
Yeah.
And I think there is something that draws me to India. There's a warmth that is just, you just saw me with a client now who literally I haven't seen in I don't know how many years, who was from Lebanon. We couldn't stop hugging each other. When you work with people at the level that I do, what you just witnessed is how we work. There has got to be that love and admiration and understanding. And as I said, we're waiting to hear about a project in India at the moment.
Right.
And I'm there next year in Pune launching Sega's project. I love it. I can't wait to go back. And you're going to give me tips on where 100%. I've got to go, because I want to do a trip.
I'm making your entire itinerary, so I'll tell you where to go.
I'm happy.
Now, India specializes in handcrafted furniture, tables, everything. I think we take pride in having everything handcrafted. Are you trying to incorporate that into 100%. Your design?
Wherever we work, in whichever country, I try and work with artisans of the country. So, your marbles, your stones, the embroidery, the linens, the silks, 100%. because I think that's part of the joy of working in a different country. Otherwise, what's the point of exporting something from, Italy and Paris? Of course, you're going to do that as well because it needs to be international. But having that craftsmanship and working that way for me is everything.
But how do you communicate with the team?
Easily, like I'm communicating with you. We draw, we sketch, we samples. Everything has to be signed off. But I think, I was just in Decor at the moment, and all the craftsmanship that they do.
A lot of it's in India.
A lot of it's India. We did a whole wallpaper collection with them.
Right.
It was all done in India. When they brought me the samples, I was like, how is this done? It's just exquisite.
That's something I think we take pride in.
100%. And for me, it's always been in fashion. But to take that embroidery and use it in a way that is 3D on a wallpaper or a cushion or something, it's just remarkable. And it's unique. And I love uniqueness.
And India is booming now. After COVID, I think the design industry there has it's gone crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's a lot of growth. Now, I know you're a lot on social media, more than your contemporaries. Is there a reason why you're so active? Do you see the benefits?
So today, walking around this fair, 40 young designers must have come up to me saying, thank you, don't stop. Yeah. I do it because I want to connect with the younger generation of design. I love to mentor people. I'm a very positive person and I love to share. I've written 12, 13 books sharing my knowledge.
Yes.
And Instagram, it's a new program for me, but we put as much as we can up there because I think it's only right when you've got the knowledge that I have to share it. I think it's important.
Do you think other designers should put themselves out there? Because I think that's a struggle a lot of designers have.
Yeah, I think everyone. I think in fashion, a lot more people do that. But my intention is very authentic. I do that because I want to share it. I want to talk to people. I read a lot of the messages people, this morning someone said, I know you won't answer this. And I went, well, I am. I think it's nice to connect with the world of design and people. It started more in COVID when we were all stuck at home. I started to talk to people every day and it helped me and it helped them. And people still to this day come up to me and say, I got through COVID because of your talks every day.
Oh, wow.
So it really sort of resonated with me that actually it's important to support people. Yeah. And what is a tiny little moment for me is a gold nugget to someone else.
I completely agree with that. So you can DM Kelly Hoppen directly.
I'll be there.
But any interesting stories that have come out of Instagram? Any work opportunities that you were not expecting has come out of that?
A lot of our work comes from Instagram. So a lot of people see our world of design and so we're seen that way. But it's a great platform to launch things. We've just launched in London with Marks and Spencer a range of homes at a very affordable, and that has been phenomenal to reach a whole nother platform of people because that came out of COVID. I wanted to, for people to have beautiful homes at any level.
Design doesn't have to be expensive.
Yes, no, and I really wanted to do that, and I'm so grateful that I did the collaboration with them. But there's lots of fun things that happen.
Good. So we're going to keep seeing you on Instagram.
100%.
So every Kelly Hoppen home has what 3 things? It's like a signature that you will get with a Kelly Hoppen home.
I don't think it's necessarily what you see, it's what you experience.
Okay.
So for me is the way you feel in a home, which is serenity, it's peace, it's a calmness. It's an enjoyment of the space, but you will always see texture because layering of texture is really important and light. Those are the 3 things that you will always see.
And you love taupe.
I do, but
that's become your core color.
It's a color that I adore. It's not the only color. Yeah.
But I think anyone thinks Kelly Hoppen, I think at least taupe.
Queen of taupe.
Queen of taupe.
I'll take that.
All right. So since we are at Dubai Design Week, it'd be interesting to know, how do you get your knowledge about the most innovative materials, latest collections? How do you come to know?
We get called and people come to us all the time. Like, we're such a big company now that people are constantly, and we have people in the studio that collate all of that. But today, walking around, people have come up and said to me, come to Venice. I want you to come to Murano. Come here, come here. And that's what's so great is, again, not being on your phones. It's like being out, seeing people, talking to people, touching things. you need to keep your eyes open. It's very important.
But how do you manage the time? I think with the number of projects you have,
I have an amazing team.
Yeah.
I'm here with Sam and Lucy, my top two, and I have an amazing army of people who support me. And you find the time. When people say I don't have time to go to the gym, rubbish. You find the time. Like, it's management. It's management.
So do you go to the gym
Every
day?
day, yeah.
Oh, I need to start. I've been saying I need to find the time. So I need to start going. So I think you have a career that people dream about. For people listening and watching who want a career like yours, any bits of advice? What do you think kind of got you here?
Hard work. Like, this did not happen overnight. This was an organically built company. I learned from nothing. I was 16 and a half. I built the business. But along the way, I made some amazing connections with people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said, like, would I change my journey? No. If I had started today rather than then, I think I wouldn't be the person I am. Because then we didn't have social media. We didn't have the phones. You went and met people. You built relationships. And I still have relationships with, the woman who makes my curtains today from then.
Right.
You build, I was walking past a stand earlier and he went, we met 30 years ago. It's like, it's important you build those relationships. So I think in a world today, don't forget that talking to people and meeting people and going out and networking is a great base to build a business.
And I get the feeling from Kelly Hoppen, you're very easy to talk to. You listen to what the other person is saying. And I think those are core qualities that you need to just develop.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't do this otherwise. I only do what I love and what I want to enjoy. And I think it's very important to listen to what people are saying to you. Certainly in our business, people are coming to us to do something. You have to listen to what they're doing. This is not my ego. It's not my house. It's not my hotel. Like, this is what we're here to listen and then advise and give you the best of what you want.
So I feel there are two types of homes. One where the designer feels they need to put his or her signature look on it, or you adapt to, I got the answer. Which one you're going for?
Why?
Adapt to the client's needs.
When I was 16 and a half, I had an ego. And that passed way quickly. This is about me giving that woman that you saw me hugging what she wanted, so that 10 years later she's rushing to give you a hug because you created the ultimate homes for her.
Right. So I still feel you have a fire in your belly even after almost 50 years of doing this. What keeps you going?
I just love what I do. I just love it. I love creating homes and spaces for people to live in. It's my joy. I absolutely love it.
Will you ever retire?
Never.
Never. So one final question. What is the next challenge? Because I think you've done it all.
You've never done it all. I think, we want to open a studio in Dubai. We love working here. We want to just do more. I want to do a boutique hotel in Dubai. That's my dream.
Okay, here's the calling. We'll make it happen.
I want to do something smaller and unique. So it's quite European.
Maybe in India as well.
Maybe in India. I mean, India and Dubai, 100%. There's my calling.
Yeah.
I'm going to manifest this.
Do you believe in manifestation?
100%.
Yeah. How do you manifest?
You've got to believe in it. Every day you wake up, do your mantras, your meditations.
Do you say mantras? This is something that people have now really picked up on.
I've been doing it forever. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a very positive person.
Anything you can say for manifestation? Because this is something I get a lot of messages for.
I mean, manifestation.
How do you manifest is what people will want.
I am going to do
a
boutique hotel in India.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
There we go.
But if every day you wake up going, it hasn't happened, it goes back to the first time you said it. So you have to believe in it. It's all about self-belief and putting it out there.
Okay.
So for all you young designers, you can do it. Believe in it.
You can. Kelly Hoppen said you can do it means you can do it.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. This was lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.